Hello, my name is Mike Maya, Mike Mars for short. Responding to Senator Speaker-elect Boehner and Congressman Walden, I have made a complex, long 30-minute to an hour testimony, including evidence and all kinds of things, but I'm unable to upload it because I can't figure out how to take an MXF file and get it up to YouTube. So here's a quick teaser. This is a timeline that a very fine artist, by the way, Jeff Yarbrough. Looks like the cable's a little short, so this ain't gonna work perfect. Anyway, this is a timeline about how I was experimented upon in the military, Department of Defense, instead of given the treatment that I was there for because I got hurt in service, just hurt my back doing sit-ups. That's that picture there, right? So anyway, this is an exhaustive timeline which shows from 1980 These are all the cases I won, but here's the tricky part I can never explain, but is really the whole point of all this. That's 2010 out there at the wall. Is that right here is where I got worked back to so far, 87. I started my disability claim again, and actually the VA decided to start responding in 92. So before I won anything, it took this many years, like one VA claim, and then it goes all the way back. And now it's 2010 or 2008, and I won this last claim with this last gavel symbol right there in 87. So here I am out in 2010, and Speaker Boehner, Representative Walden actually responded after writing thousands and thousands of times and fighting to try to save my life from the VA. These are all symbology here. Maybe I should show that. Really sorry, I'm trying to figure out, I don't know a better way to do this quick. So there is the first injection into my spinal cord, didn't tell me. It tried to tell me, but it didn't bother trying very hard. There's first surgery, second surgery, and I'm discharged. He gave me $4,000. The IRS took $1,000, and that's all I got for most of the 80s, all the way out to there. So human experimentation doesn't pay very good. I do not recommend it. But really, I guess that's enough. I don't know if I push pause that this is over, but here's the conclusion. See, that's got the perfect show in it, but I can't figure out how to upload it. Okay, so hi, I'm Mike Maya. I've got this fine production. I can't figure out how to upload it, but we have put something like $20,000 now into explaining this and stopping the bullshit. I should give at least one example or some kind of explanation. I believe the United States can fix this. It's not very hard. Basically, the United States was founded on the idea of this right here. See the triangle on top of the pyramid right by my finger? Well, humans aren't supposed to be up there in that vast area of super hyper control. And what's happened is the federal government moved in. So here's what caused the whole problem. Evidently, the federal government cannot tell the difference between God, church, and religion. Religion is man-made. Church is man-made. God is a concept. It's like nature. Okay? Nature or God exists because we're standing here. If we're not standing here, then why are you listening? The point is that all we got to do is go back to the several states, in other words, varied states, not one united federal state or federal union as it's become, but varied states. So when people screw us over, we can go to another state. Right now, I can't leave my own state for another complex reason that takes this whole show to explain to you. I guess I'll cut off right there. It's 4 minutes 32. Thank you for listening. If you want to write me, I made a Twitter. I'm not real good with, I don't understand Twitter, but I did make an account right away. It's Mike Force, Mike with an underscore between Mike and Force. And I am working on figuring out how to upload the proper program. Thank you. I'm going to take a chance that somebody still wants to bother listeners looking at some so low quality. I want to remind you this note here is if I can work it in on the main production, which I did not. Let me tell you a story about KGW TV in Portland. By the way, I have no problem with KGW. They're a fine station. They're the only people that responded to me. Well, they ran a show about children in schools in Portland who really are concerned about the worms that are anesthetized and operated upon at the VA hospital at UCLA Portland. Well, they experiment on humans all the time. So I wrote to KGW Portland and I explained myself. I showed the typical federal documents and proofs that, there's a stack of documents at least a couple feet tall that prove all this. The government takes very good records. It just doesn't have a brain, so it doesn't keep track of what it's already recorded. So anyway, the point is, our children's brains are apparently being programmed, and so are our civilians or citizens, that humans aren't important. Worms are important. That scares the hell out of me. And the fact that it's at the VA hospital, it's been the primary problem for me for the last few decades. And if the governor provided the button and asked me to destroy this whole system, I would definitely push the button on his order. I know it sounds a little violent, but man, you bring this up, my whole life is consumed. I'm still living in the past trying to get hundreds of thousands of dollars, literally, that the VA managed to hide from me, not to mention the hundreds of thousands in expenses if they give me treatment. They still won't give me proper treatment for what's wrong because they can't admit it because it incriminates the VA. Stay tuned.